Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. I have quite a bit to talk about in this episode of Let's Play Kirby's Dream Land 3. So instead of dilly-daddling, let's go on with it. We are back in level 2-4. We are back here because we missed a certain requirement, and after doing a few runs of this level, off camera, I found the requirement. It's kind of easy to miss, but if you know Kirby games, you shouldn't have no trouble with this. There's actually a hidden door right there that leads to this other hallway, which leads to a different door and a different area. And this is basically where you need to go if you want to fulfill the requirement for 100%. So let's collect all these stars, and let's go inside the door. Here we have a Gordo mini-boss. Now Gordos are known for being pretty much invincible due to their spikes. But thankfully this mini-boss charges into the wall and sometimes even throws its spikes. So you basically swallow the spikes and you spit them right back at him. And that's how you do damage to him. Now if you played Kirby's Dream Land 2, you have this mini-boss in that game as well. So if you played that game, this is pretty familiar to you probably. Not very hard, not very difficult, kind of easy. Just do your best and don't take no for an answer. Now I'm going to cut off the battle right here because it's pretty repetitive and I spent a few extra minutes for no reason. But make sure you swallow Gordo when you're finished so you get spike ability. Use spike against those floorboards and you'll get the requirement. Now finish the level normally and you'll get the heart star. Now we're going to go to level 2-5, which takes place in a giant whirlpool. And to be honest, this level is a giant whirlpool. Now, for this level's requirement, I've actually started to notice a trend with all the levels. For both Worlds 1 and 2, the first level was a flower requirement where you had to save the flowers and not trample them. The second world usually consisted of you using a certain partner and ability against the character for the second level. The third level is usually a mini-game. The fourth level is a find an item in the level and bring it to the end. And the fifth level is take an animal partner to the very end of the level. Now if you noticed, the picture for this level was actually a pink pitch bird. And yes, his name is Pitch, not Pinch. I called him Pinch in episode 5, I believe. But I corrected myself. Now, in order to get Pitch, you have to go through quite a bit of an annoying process. And it starts with you needing Kine. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I did not succeed in this requirement on the first playthrough. But you have to do a hell of a lot of stuff just to fulfill this. And you are about to see why. First of all, go into the store. You can use Kine to swim against the current. And now you're in this room. Now, here's where things get to be a little difficult and a little tedious. Not too tedious, but just enough. What you need to do is you have to swap between power-ups so you can get Kine to the end of this room. If you try to go the normal route, you can't because Kine is too big to fit through a little hole. Now, I got through the hole, I used the ability swapping, but I still failed. Because I just ended up dying and I had very little health to begin with anyways. But I'm going to show you the whole process first thing in the next video. Actually, not the first thing, but it'll be one of the first things I do before I fight the boss. Which should be taking place in the next video anyways. So, as you can see, I respawned without Kine. I edited out the whole death thing. Just so you guys didn't have to see it. But over here, you see you have fire power-ups and rock power-ups. Now if you go up here, Kine is too big to fit through that small hole. So what you have to do is go to both sides of this little area, burn the fire blocks, then get the rock ability, which is right here. And then you have to smash through the other blocks. And then you bring Kine over here, and then you continue on with the level. I actually figured that out all by myself. It's not very hard, it's just very tedious. They did a lot of that in Kirby's Dream Land 2. I believe they did it in I believe, I want to say the Stove Canyon level. It was either the, not Stove Canyon, Red Canyon level. It was either that level or the Cloud level. In one of the levels, it had a very long and ridiculous process of switching between abilities and animal friends. It was very annoying, but it was kind of cool at the same time. Now, if you see, over here, the current actually goes the other way. And that is the door where you need to get there, but in order to get there, you need Kine. So, as you can see, I kind of missed that requirement. And now, I'm swimming around this little whirlpool area, which is kind of a pain, because it's kind of hard to flow against the currents, so it's kind of annoying. So, while I'm getting through this, and through the rest of the level is pretty straightforward. It's just very long and tedious, as always. I want to go ahead and announce the new Let's Plays for the Let's Play advertisement thing I'm doing. The first Let's Play advertisement is for my good friend K-Man Rules 1331. I did a lot of advertising for him and during my Pikmin LP, and he's actually still going. Right now he's still doing Pikmin 2, but he's doing challenge mode, and he's almost done with that. And he's also working on Super Paper Mario. He's about halfway through the game. So make sure you check out his videos. He's very entertaining. And I personally really enjoyed his Pikmin 2 LP. So yeah, check him out. The second Let's Play is for weckar, who is doing a playthrough of Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People. From what I hear, it's a very funny game. It features Strong Bad and other Homestar Runner characters, so if you'd be into that, make sure you check that out. And the final playthrough that I'm supposed to be advertising is Duckman 846's Pikmin walkthrough. He's doing a Pikmin walkthrough, so might want to check that out. Yeah, so that's about it for the advertisements for this video. We finished the level. We did not get the requirement, but we'll definitely get it next time. Meanwhile, we have a final level to go to before we end the video. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I'm probably not going to get through the whole episode, or through the whole level, before this video ends. Actually, I know for sure that I won't. So I'm going to do as much as I can. And I'm going to show you guys the requirement for this level. But besides that, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm actually going to get Pitch, just because I kind of like using Pitch. He has some cool copy abilities. Some of them are very complicated, like this one. Like it's like a homing. Pitch catches on fire, you throw him and he kind of homes back at you. You could probably use that to your advantage if you use it properly. And then a stone ability is kind of like a pogo stick almost. You just kind of jump up in the air and then come back down with Pitch. It's kind of cool. I really do prefer the Nago plus Parasol pogo stick though. But yeah, we're gonna keep on going. Next video, I should be able to finish what's left of this world. I'll get the last requirement, finish up this level, and then beat the boss, and then if I have time, I might go ahead and start on the third world, but we'll see what happens there. Not quite sure yet. Now, there's multiple paths you can go here, but don't worry about taking them all, because the requirement is not in this room, so you don't have to worry about taking the wrong path or anything. And I surprisingly took all the right paths here. Like, I surprisingly took all the right paths. Yeah, like, I never took a wrong path. That's weird. Okay, this room has the location of the requirement. It's not in this room, but it has a door that connects to a set of rooms for which the requirement takes place. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you how to get the Heart Star in this episode, mainly because I'm running out of time. But I'll definitely show you at the very beginning, if not the very beginning, pretty close to the beginning of the next episode. So in here we have a bunch of blocks and then the guy we're trying to help. And in the other two rooms, and yes, these other two rooms just lead to the same place, just on opposite sides, we have a square unit of blocks in the middle of the room. So I think we need to make those blocks look like something. And we'll do that next episode. This is SlimKirby. I'm going to sign out right now, so see you guys later.